What if I told you that the biggest obstacles standing between you and financial freedom aren't massive debts or low income, but rather the little things you spend on every day without a second thought? These small, seemingly harmless expenses are slowly draining your bank account. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it's happening. Inspired by the wisdom of Warren Buffett, one of the greatest financial minds of our time, we're about to uncover 14 things that poor people waste their money on. Each one is a silent killer of wealth, and it's time to expose them. Let's dive into the countdown of these financial traps, starting with number 14. It's something almost everyone does, spending on expensive coffee habits. You might think it's just a small treat, a cup of coffee to kickstart your day, but when you spend $5 on a latte every day, it adds up to over $1,800 a year. That's money that could be invested, saved, or used for something truly valuable, but instead, it's gone, one cup at a time. Moving on to number 13, buying lottery tickets. We've all dreamed of hitting the jackpot, imagining what life could be like with millions in the bank. But the harsh truth is, the odds of winning are astronomically low. Every ticket is a tiny hope that almost never pays off. And meanwhile, your hard-earned money is disappearing with each draw. Instead of chasing a fantasy, those dollars could be better spent on something that actually improves your life. Let's continue uncovering the hidden traps that keep people from building wealth. Moving on to number 12, unused gym memberships. At the start of every year, millions of people sign up for gym memberships with the best intentions. They envision a healthier, fitter version of themselves and are convinced that the gym is the key. But after a few weeks or months, life gets in the way, and those visits become less frequent until they stop altogether. The problem? The membership fees keep coming, month after month. You're paying for a service you're not using, and that money is simply being wasted. Instead of letting that cash slip away, consider alternative low-cost ways to stay active, or at the very least, cancel the membership if you're not going to use it. Next up at number 11 is the obsession with brand name products. We live in a world where logos and labels carry a lot of weight. Wearing or using branded items can make you feel successful, important, or part of an exclusive group. But ask yourself, is the extra cost really worth it? Often you're paying significantly more just for the name on the label, while the actual product quality is no better than a cheaper alternative. Warren Buffett himself is known for his frugality, preferring value over brand prestige. Following his example, choosing generic or less-known brands can save you a lot of money over time without sacrificing quality or functionality. These traps, unused gym memberships and brand name products, might seem harmless, but they represent a mindset that can be financially damaging. It's the mindset of spending money on things that don't truly add value to your life, all because of convenience, habit, or social pressure. By identifying and eliminating these unnecessary expenses, you can take control of your financial future, just like Warren Buffett did. As we continue down this list, you'll see how these habits, when combined, can have a significant impact on your financial health. Are you ready to rethink your spending and make more informed choices? As we dive deeper into the list, the next money trap, number 10, is one that sneaks up on you. Overpriced subscriptions. In today's digital age, it's easy to get caught up in the convenience of subscription services. From streaming platforms to monthly boxes, there's a subscription for almost everything. At first glance, the costs seem small, $10 here, $20 there. But when you add them up, these subscriptions can quickly become a significant monthly expense. The problem is, many people sign up for services they rarely use or forget to cancel. Over time, those charges quietly drain your account, costing you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each year. It's crucial to regularly review your subscriptions and ask yourself, do you really need all of them? Cutting back on these unnecessary expenses is an easy way to save money without sacrificing your quality of life. Coming in at number 9 is impulse purchases. Everyone has experienced that rush of excitement when you spot something you didn't plan to buy, but suddenly feel you can't live without. Retailers are experts at creating environments that encourage impulse buying, whether it's a sale that's too good to miss or the placement of items at the checkout line. The issue with impulse purchases is that they're often unplanned and unnecessary. You didn't budget for them, and they rarely add real value to your life. Instead, they lead to buyer's remorse and a lighter wallet. To combat this, it's important to develop discipline in your spending habits. Take a moment before making any purchase, especially ones you didn't plan, and ask yourself, do I really need this? Or is it just an impulse? Over time, avoiding these unplanned buys can significantly improve your financial situation. Continuing down the list, we come to number 8, credit card interest. Credit cards can be a convenient financial tool, but they also have a dark side that many people fall victim to. The temptation to buy now and pay later can lead to a dangerous cycle of debt. When you carry a balance on your credit card, you're not just paying for the items you bought, you're also paying interest, which can be incredibly high. Over time, this interest adds up, making everything you purchase significantly more expensive than you initially thought. It's like a financial black hole that keeps pulling you in deeper the longer you avoid paying off your balance. To break free from this trap, it's essential to pay off your credit card balances as quickly as possible and avoid carrying debt from month to month. This way, you can use credit cards responsibly without letting interest drain your finances. Now, let's move on to number 7, eating out frequently. Eating out is a common habit, whether it's grabbing lunch during work, ordering takeout after a long day, or dining at restaurants on weekends. While it's convenient and enjoyable, the cost adds up quickly. What might seem like a reasonable expense, $10 here, $20 there, can easily snowball into hundreds of dollars every month. The problem is that these costs often go unnoticed because they're spread out over many small transactions. But when you add them all up, you might be shocked at how much money you're spending on food that could be made at home for a fraction of the cost. Cooking at home not only saves money, but also gives you more control over what you're eating, which can be better for your health. To cut down on this expense, try planning your meals in advance and cooking more at home. Reserve eating out for special occasions and watch how much your savings grow over time. Continuing our journey through the list, we reach number 6, unused gadgets. In our tech-driven world, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the latest devices. Whether it's the newest smartphone, tablet, or smartwatch, these gadgets often come with hefty price tags. The problem arises when the novelty wears off, and these once cherished items end up in a drawer, collecting dust. You might think that upgrading to the latest model is a necessity, but in reality, it's often a luxury disguised as a need. The money spent on these unused gadgets could be put to much better use, whether it's investing, saving, or even purchasing something that adds real value to your life. Before buying the latest tech, consider whether you truly need it or if you're just caught up in the hype. By resisting the urge to upgrade constantly, you can save a significant amount of money over time. Now, let's talk about number 5, expensive cars. For many people, cars are more than just a mode of transportation. They're a status symbol. The allure of driving a luxury vehicle can be strong, and car dealerships are masters at making you feel like you deserve that shiny new ride. But here's the harsh reality. Cars are depreciating assets. The moment you drive a new car off the lot, its value starts to drop, and the more expensive the car, the greater the depreciation. On top of that, luxury cars come with higher insurance premiums, maintenance costs, and fuel expenses. All these additional costs can significantly impact your finances. Instead of splurging on a brand new expensive car, consider buying a reliable used vehicle that fits your needs. Not only will you save money upfront, but you'll also avoid the ongoing financial drain that comes with maintaining a luxury vehicle. Both unused gadgets and expensive cars are classic examples of lifestyle inflation, the tendency to spend more as you earn more. These purchases are often driven by the desire to impress others or to keep up with societal expectations rather than by genuine need. But by recognizing this pattern, You can make more deliberate choices about where your money goes. Instead of tying up your finances in depreciating assets or tech you barely use, you can focus on building wealth and securing your financial future. As we approach the top of the list, the money traps become even more significant, but with awareness and careful decision-making, you can avoid them and take control of your financial destiny. Are you ready to keep learning how to protect your wealth and make smarter financial choices? We're getting closer to the top of the list, and now we're going to look at number 4, luxury clothing. Clothing is a necessity, but in today's world, it's easy to blur the line between what's essential and what's extravagant. Designer labels, high-end brands, and the latest fashion trends can be incredibly tempting, especially when they're marketed as symbols of success or status. The problem with luxury clothing is that you're often paying a premium for the brand name rather than the actual quality of the garment. Sure, it might feel great to wear something that makes you look and feel expensive, but ask yourself, is it worth the price? Many luxury items are marked up significantly, and the truth is, there are plenty of affordable options that look just as good and last just as long. By opting for quality over labels and focusing on building a versatile wardrobe with pieces that offer true value, you can save a substantial amount of money without sacrificing style. Now, let's discuss number 3, fancy housing. For many people, owning a big, beautiful home is the ultimate dream. It's a symbol of success and security, and it's easy to see why people stretch their budgets to buy the most impressive house they can afford. But here's the thing. A larger, more expensive home doesn't just come with a bigger mortgage. It also comes with higher property taxes, utility bills, maintenance costs, and insurance premiums. All these additional expenses can strain your finances and leave you with little room to save or invest. While it's important to have a comfortable living space, it's equally important to live within your means. Instead of focusing on the size or luxury of a home, think about what you truly need. Consider the long-term financial impact of your housing choices and remember that a more modest home can offer just as much happiness and security without the financial burden. We are nearing the top of our list, and now it's time to talk about number 2, expensive vacations. Everyone loves the idea of escaping to a tropical paradise, exploring exotic locations, or indulging in luxurious resorts. Social media is filled with images of people living their best lives on vacation, and it's easy to feel like you deserve the same experience, especially after working hard all year. But here's the reality. Expensive vacations can quickly drain your bank account. The cost of flights, accommodations, dining, and activities adds up fast, often far exceeding your initial budget. And while the memories might be priceless, the financial strain isn't worth it if it leaves you struggling to pay bills or build savings afterward. Instead of splurging on lavish trips, consider more affordable travel options. Look for deals, travel during the off-season, or explore closer to home destinations that won't break the bank. By being mindful of your travel expenses, you can enjoy your vacations without compromising your financial well-being. Finally, we arrive at number 1 on the list. Keeping up with the Joneses. This is perhaps the most dangerous money trap of all because it's driven by a deep-seated human instinct, the desire to fit in, to be accepted, and to be seen as successful by others. Whether it's buying the latest gadgets, driving a fancy car, living in a big house, or wearing designer clothes, the pressure to match or exceed the lifestyle of those around you can lead to reckless spending. But here's the truth. Constantly trying to keep up with others is a race you'll never win, and it's one that can ruin your finances in the process. The people you're trying to impress might not even notice, or worse, they're struggling with their own financial issues. The key to overcoming this trap is to focus on your own goals and values. Ask yourself what truly makes you happy and fulfilled rather than what you think will impress others. By living within your means and prioritizing financial security over appearances, you'll find yourself in a much stronger, more peaceful position. Awareness is just the beginning. The real power lies in what you do next. Now that you've identified these money traps, it's time to take action. Start by reviewing your own spending habits and seeing where you can make changes. Do you have subscriptions you rarely use? Are you spending too much on dining out or upgrading your gadgets? Are you driven by the need to impress others rather than focusing on what truly makes you happy? By addressing these questions and making conscious, informed decisions, you can begin to redirect your money toward things that genuinely matter, like saving for the future, investing in your education or skills, or creating meaningful experiences. As you move forward, remember that every dollar you save by avoiding these common traps is a dollar you can invest in your future. Small changes add up over time, and before you know it, you'll see the benefits of your efforts in the form of greater financial stability, peace of mind, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. So take this knowledge, put it into practice, and start building the financial future you deserve.